guys, it has literally been months since I've been down here to work on little girl, and I finally got 2 days, actually a day and a half, and I want to at least get started. If I don't get anything else done, I really would like to drill the pilot holes, the pot holes for the bolts that go down through and secure the deck cleat. We're going to take a look at the rest of them, and we'll see what we can get done. I already have the thickened epoxy tubes that are so popular right now. Thixo is one. I bought the other brand. But anyway, I already have those waiting down in the basement, and I got to learn how to use them. But once we get that set up and I get those pilot holes drilled, want to go ahead and maybe get the pots done. That's the holes filled with epoxy, ready to mount the deck cleat the next time we're down here. So let's just go take a look at what we got. Months since we've been down here. Well, that looks pretty good right there, but I bet there's a cave in on the port. Let's take a look. That looks good. Good grief, I don't see any problem there. Like I said, I'm guessing we got a cave in over here. And no, we don't. Unbelievable. She stayed solid all the time I was gone. Good girl. Good girl. Love you. Good girl. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and get some things uncovered here, guys. Well, girl, we're back. Finally. Been a long time. A couple of months at least. Hang on a minute. Turn this around. Well, everything's in good order down here. I am going to get the electric cord out of here and start charging my battery. I'm sure that is way down. 11.4. That's not good. Anyway, so this time around, I really want to try to get some of the foredeck done up there. And we're going to concentrate on two things: deck cleat and hose pipe. That's a daring thing for me because I've never used this 610 stuff before. By the way, it's the same stuff exactly as what are they called? Not Sikaflex. It is Thixo. It's exactly the same stuff as Thixo. I called Jamestown Distributors and talked to them about this stuff, and you know, I mean, it's basically just following the instructions that you do with Thixo. I have already been through it a couple of times on the internet, watching demos of how you use the tube and everything. And that's really the key. I mean, once you get the tube set up in your caulking gun, basically you're good to go. Just be careful and make sure you clean up afterward and reapply that cap. And anyway, okay, let's go ahead, and I need to get some stuff out of here. I need to get my hose pipe and my deck cleat and get back up on that foredeck. Well, I'd totally forgotten that I'd done a bunch of work on these tow rails, and I mean a bunch. After what, 4 years of redoing this deck, these tow rails were covered in all kinds of crap. And anyway, the last time I was down, one of the last times, I sanded everything out and gave everything a really, I think maybe at least 2 coats, probably 3 coats of Cetol, and got everything looking pretty good again. And I'm pleased with that, I'll tell you that. That's an encouragement. So anyway, but here we are. Here's the holes. These are the markings for the deck cleat. And this is pretty well referenced, not just topside here, but below. You get down in the cabin, you look up into the chain plate area, and you can see right where those bolts used to be. And everything's pretty well measured. I'm not guaranteeing these are right on the spot, but these are close enough to where this is where I want the deck cleat. Let's put it that way. And so that's all good. And then if you look carefully, let's see, where are we at? Okay. Okay, see the 3 black dots right there? That's one of the 2 forward feet of the stanchion, the bow pulpit. And over here, that's the other forward foot of the bow pulpit. Back here, the aft foot over there. You can just see it. There's the other one. Where was it? I can barely see it over there. But anyway, it's over there. So everything's pretty much marked out of where we're going to go with this. Guys, yesterday my mom had a yard cleaner upper come in and do a lot of leaf blowing and stuff. And even though he covered things up with a tarp, you can see what we're dealing with. So got about 10 or 15 minutes of just doing nothing but cleaning before we can get to our assigned project today. We'll be back in a few minutes. It's a little better. So we go get the stuff out of my truck that I bought yesterday. And before the yard cleaners came with their leaf blowers and saws, etc., etc. Anyway, I was all prepared to get this done yesterday, but this is the last day that we're here. We're flying to Florida tomorrow. So anyway, let me get going. I'm going to get my stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, let's talk. I'm going to be potting my holes. At least that's a term I understood. Every one of the holes are probably going to be, well, not probably, they're going to be a 1/2 inch in diameter. Okay? They're not going to go all the way through. Each one of these 4 holes are going to be initially drilled with a smaller drill bit right dead center, and then after that we're going to go in and I thought about using this, but I'm concerned about it tearing things up. Even though it's supposed to be good and sharp and everything, I don't like the idea of how this is made. Now we'll see. If I can get a good precise center on each one of these with a drill bit, with a little bit progressive, it's not going to go all the way through the deck. It's going to go only through the top of the deck, down through the coring underneath. Brand new coring, remember. I rebuilt this. It's taken me 3 years to do this, to rebuild this deck. Okay, go down through the coring and just stop. And then what we'll do at the end of that is to go ahead and fill each one of those holes all the way to the top, and a little bit proud of the top with this stuff. This is 610. I bought 2 tubes of this, and that's going to be more than enough to do the whole deck, because each one of those is going to be filled. And then you're going to have 3 more over there. That's the back feet of the bow pulpit. 3 more over there. That's the front foot. Another 3 of them right there. That's the other front foot. And here's the back foot on the starboard side. So anyway, you've only got, well, no, it's not. It's going to be more. And then these right here. And I bought this on the hole saw for Randy just blanked out, for my hose pipe. My hose pipe is going to go approximately, I thought I figured it out. Where did I put a mark? The hose pipe is going to go somewhere right in here. Pull back from this, somewhere right in here, because this is right above the chain plate. Right above the chain locker. And so anyway, this 2 inches and that is precisely enough to go ahead and do the hole. Now that will be all the way through into the chain locker below, and then we take and core out, pull out or cut out a bunch of the coring outside between the upper part of the deck, which is all fiberglass, and the lower part of the deck, which is all fiberglass, and then we will tape it and just no, hang on. Okay, just stop and remember, Randy. Then we'll go ahead and fill that cavity that we've caved out around the circumference of the 2-inch hole. That way, no water goes by the hose pipe and gets out into the coring. That's why we're doing it with every one of these holes. We want to prevent water from in any way, shape, or form getting down into any hole and going out into the coring. I cleared out over 50 years of rot of coring underneath here, and I don't want to have to do that again. Somebody else will be doing it because I'll probably be long gone if that happens. So, all right, guys, that's what we're going to be doing. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get down to the cabin for just a minute and grab a couple things. I want to grab my my deck cleat and just line everything up, make sure we're good on that. I'm sure that I am. I've done these twice, and then we'll kind of get going on this. Can I tell you how nervous I am to even drill one hole in this deck after 3 years of rebuilding it? This deck is solid as a rock. After all the work I've done, I just hate to do it, but we got to do it. So here we go. By the way, just want you to see something. I don't know if you remember this. Got 4 beautiful, brand new bronze bolts that go with this. I ordered these special just to be able to have brand new equipment to go in here. So anyway, that's what's going to be going down through these holes. That will mount the bow cleat here. So let's get going. Well, guys, that was not easy to get those all the way to the 1/2-inch diameter, I'll tell you. Perfectly fine, really good, sharp, brand new 1/2-inch drill bit, but the problem is that the second layer down of the fiberglass on this deck, and I know because I laid it, is roving, some good heavy roving, and every time that new drill bit tried to get down through it, it would catch on the roving and just pull, and it couldn't get through it. I ended up having to use a rat tail file and my pocket knife, and finally get it all the way through. And so now all 4 holes have been reamed out to 1/2 inch, and we're good to go. I think at this point I'm going to do a little more chiseling out of the plywood, right, of the coring with my knife, and then we're going to fill them. And that'll be it. Maybe for this whole trip. Oh my goodness, that was not fun. All right, but at least they're done now, and I think we're going to be able to make a go of this. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. trying to leave each one of the holes proud. In other words, extra on top so I can sand it off. I gotta bring my new caulking gun down next time, because I'll tell you this old caulking gun is really having fits trying to squeeze out the stuff. First time ever using this. Not hard. Just have to remember which step comes first, you know. I got some great videos online showing you how to use this stuff, how to set up the gun, all that kind of stuff. So I think we're done here. I think we're done. Wow. Okay, so we're kind of all cleaned up. Well, there's always some crap coming down off these trees, but anyway, pretty much all cleaned up. Got all the debris off. There's a lot of debris from drilling out these the holes. But anyway, one of the things I've determined, I'm not going to mess around with Sikaflex boat life. I think I'm going to start going to beetle tape. I see a lot of guys using it, and it's so handy and so effective, and you don't have to worry about leaks. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. When I go ahead and bed the bow cleat here, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll get my holes drilled down through, get those nice new bolts down, set them up down below with maybe a backing plate, and then after that, or actually as soon as I'm ready for all that, I just use beetle tape under each one of the, up under each one of the feet where it comes down, and yeah, I think that's a good idea. So that's a consideration at this point, anyway. This is kind of interesting. I came below here, looked up inside the chain locker, and you can see where I hollowed out those 4 half-inch pots and filled them. And now you got some sunlight coming down through the pots, and we're just about right where we used to be. Kind of cool. Anyway, that's where I'll probably put, because I can see I had one down here before. I'll probably put some sort of plate underneath the where those bolts come through, and that way, or it's not coming right up against the fiberglass. This pan was made of polyester, as the whole boat was. So I'm going to probably put a plate down below here where the bolts come down, and that way they're coming up against the plate. Probably wood, piece of 1/4-inch plywood or something like that, and give it a little backing so that it doesn't want to pull up and tear at the old fiberglass. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do, where the hose pipe came through, here's the old one, and it's just a mess. I mean, it was just a wreck. It just tore out all over the place. So what I'm going to do is going to come off right here at the back. And by the way, this is starboard over here. Okay, starboard. Okay, well, it's where the anchor is going to be coming over the bow, and so I'm going to be coming directly 5 inches out and put the new hose pipe opening right about there, and yeah, that'll work, and it'll get, it's well inside the chain locker. I mean, you look how far over there's the chain locker, way over there, way over there. Okay, there's plenty of room, And so I'm going to come about 5 inches straight out and put the new hole for the hose pipe right over here. All right, that's it. Well, guys, I hate to say it, but that's it for this trip. Was a unique trip. Everything's completely off schedule. We're not staying here. We're going to be, tomorrow, we're going to be driving over to TF Green Airport and flying out down to Florida for a business trip. I've got to make a report to one of the congregations that helps to support me down there. And looking forward to it. But in the meantime, basically I had 2 days to do anything here. That's it. The first day, I was going to be out here on the deck doing what I did today. And my mom ended up with this guy who does yard work. And basically he took the entire afternoon, and the leaf blower was going, and the chainsaws, and oh my goodness. I've got little tolerance for it to begin with. And when it basically completely stymied my whole desire to get up on the foredeck and get stuff done, but I had other stuff to do. So I can't complain. But you know, it's the way it is. All right. The cool thing is today was a beautiful day. There was almost no wind, which is a beautiful thing, because yesterday it was wicked windy. And but with no wind, it made it a whole lot more pleasant for getting up on the deck. It warmed up plenty, and just very temperate and nice temperatures here. And yeah, it's worked out very well. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, thank you for stopping by Restoring Little Girl, and we'll get down here again as soon as possible. I need to get a whole week off to get down and get the rest of this all done up. So far, I'm pleased with what we got done, you know, and it was an experiment. I have never done, you know, the 610, or the equivalent of it is, I forgot the name of it. Anyway, the point is, I've never used any of this stuff in the tube. The thickened epoxy in the tube, all you get is, yeah. It was a good experience. I managed to finally figure out how to do it. The holes got plugged. And next time when we come down, we're going to be able to go ahead and get the new, not new, the very, very old, 50-plus-year-old Deck Cleat up there and anchored to the foredeck. So little progress at a time. Listen, thanks for coming by, guys, and we'll catch you on the next time down.